Okay, seriously guys, this is like my 10th time trying to make this video because I don't know, I'm just like, my mind is going in all sorts of directions this week and I can't concentrate. So, I'm sorry this video is late because I've been trying to train for this new job and it's 3 weeks of training. We just got done with our second week and it's kind of overwhelming. I've been trying to find an apartment for myself. Some bad things happened this week and I'm just trying to get back into a healthy mental state. So that's probably why my head is going in all sorts of funky directions. So the topic was if you're stealth or not and the pros and cons of being stealth. So for me, I'm half and half, I guess you would say. First of all, stealth is kind of, it's a weird word because I feel stealth is you're kind of lying to yourself, and it's kind of like this secret thing. I mean, it is a secret, but it's not like you're not being who you are when you are stealth. I mean, you're still you, but when you're not stealth, I think you're able to be more open to people, and so you feel a little more comfortable and safe sometimes depending on the environment. So for me, I'm stealth at work and stuff because there's more to a person than being trans or gay or lesbian or queer, bisexual, and I think with work you get to kind of express that side of yourself more. And not just work, but like outside of the community, you get to do things that you like to do that don't have to be trans related. And that's, because when you focus so much on being trans, like, it consumes you and it can leave you just really depressed depending on your view of being trans. And it's nice to kind of get away from that once in a while, and just focus on what you like to do and what makes you happy. So for me, I like to have that balance. I like to sometimes be stealth and sometimes not. The only time I'm not stealth is usually within the community. If I'm going to pride festivals, if I'm going to a meeting, or interacting with friends that are within the community, or people that want to know more about the LGBTQ community, then I'm not stealth, or I don't just, hide, I guess, my trans identity or whatever. And I'm that way because, obviously, like I said, there's more to a person than their sexual orientation or their gender identity. And so, but also, like, at the same time, in order for us to educate people, we have to be able to kind of talk about ourselves, and talking about ourselves kind of leads to like who we are entirely. And yeah, being trans is going to be part of us, like, no matter what, but there's more to us than that. And so that's why I feel that I need to have that balance. Okay, so the pros and cons of being stealth. Not being stealth, the pros of not being stealth. I think you get to be more open with people, especially people that you're close with. You can talk about how you feel sometimes, because some days you're just going to feel like crap, and if it's related to being trans or whatever, then it's easier to talk to people that are also having the same issues. So I think, to be honest, if I could live in an environment where I feel completely comfortable with people knowing that I'm trans, I would definitely move there. But again, when you kind of submerge yourself in that environment, sometimes you get a little tired of it. Like, you get tired of thinking about it. So I mean, there's a lot of pros, I think, to not being stealth, but there's also some cons of not being stealth. So Pros of being stealth. I guess I switched that around, didn't I? I was supposed to do the pros of being stealth and the cons of being stealth, but I did the opposite. So, okay, so I guess that was the cons of being stealth? No. I said the pros of not being stealth. Okay. So these are the pros of being stealth. Of people knowing that you're trans. The pros for that. Well, I mean, like I said before, like, you can talk about things other than being trans. You don't have to worry about people, like, knowing about you're trans and feeling that they won't understand. You just don't have to kind of focus on your trans identity. Also, since there are some discrimination things towards trans people, it makes it a little bit easier, because when you're stealth, like, people don't, sometimes government and stuff like that, businesses aren't too accepting, so you don't really have to worry too much about that at work. But sometimes businesses are really kind of LGBTQ friendly, and then you don't really have to worry. But yeah, it's kind of hard for me to think of what would be the pros of being stealth. Honestly, the only thing I can think of is that you don't have to worry about, you don't have to focus on being trans all the time. So see, it kind of works itself out. Like, when you're stealth, you don't have to worry about that, or you try not to worry about it, and you can just, like, be yourself outside of that. But sometimes, you know, when you're having problems, when you're having dysphoria or whatever, you can go to the people that know about your trans identity, and then see, that's why I like that balance. And so sometimes it's easier to be stealth just because, like, you don't have to worry about all that stuff that might happen to you, and you just get to be you. But you can also say that when you are, like, people know that you're trans, you can also be you too. Either way, you be yourself. But I think when, I don't know, this is kind of a hard topic. I didn't realize it'd be this hard when I was actually making the video. But yeah, anyway, that's all I'm going to talk about, because if I talk anymore, I'm just going to kind of, like, try and ramble, and my thoughts are going to get even more confusing. So yeah, I'm half and half, which, that's a really weird thing to say. Okay, so I live stealth sometimes. So half of my life I live stealth, half of my life I don't. Who knows what's going to happen in the future, if I'm going to end up being totally not, everybody's just going to know I'm trans or not. But I feel like, for the most part, some people aren't going to know, and some people are not going to know, and some people are going to know. And I'll just deal with it with whatever happens. The pros and cons of being stealth. The cons of being stealth is that you don't get to talk to people that know that you're trans, and can't really relate to other people. Because then you just have to hide your feelings all the time, and then you get depressed, and when you're dealing with other health issues, it just gets more depressing, and it's hard to kind of cope with. Pros of being stealth: you get to focus on life outside of being trans, and you just, yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry, I do not want to make another video right now, so this is gonna have to do. If I think of something that's more understanding, like, if you guys don't understand this video, I'm sorry. Like, you can, I'll try and make another video, but looking at the timer now, the timer's gonna go off and this video is gonna cut off. So I'll talk to you guys later, and take care. Bye.